Hello, chat. Radiant Regalia, thank you for the posture check and for the hydrate. Everyone say hi to Overbold Kobold.
Hi.
You could
Wait, no, that's me. Hang on, where's a mirror?
could you do it with like a bit more like panache? Could you?
Hi.
Oh god, no! I regret it. I regret it. I regret it so much.
Hello,
Sukiyami,
everybody.
Sukiyami, thank you very much for the Prime sub. I missed that right before I went off. I'm really sorry. So I have been asking. It is the Itty. Itty is here to assist me with this because, guys,
Hi.
for the last week, I've asked people to submit me their favourite Pokemon in all of the game, right? Like, there's been a lot of games. So we're just using the display, we're just using tiermaker.com right now. You have to excuse all the ads, it's tiermaker.com. Okay. Uh, anyway, these are the Pokemon that have been submitted to me at the bottom. Absol, Alolan Ninetales. There's a whole list here. If anyone has not submitted a Pokemon and would like to, we can probably still make it happen. You
Oh
just
yeah,
may need
absolutely.
to, bear with me while we grab the image. But we can do that as we go. So I just want to warn you guys ahead of time. I was going to go for a very intricate point system for this, and like we were going to rate it based on like a out of 10 and stuff like that. This is going to be very arbitrary. This is going to be my tier list. Overbold, Overbold
Yeah.
gets to Overbold gets to criticize it as much as they want. But
Oh.
ultimately, this is my tier list.
Mm.
Also, we have two
Yeah,
more
okay.
submissions: Blaziken and Oshawott. I'm sorry I missed Blaziken. I will grab those right now for
I
us.
specifically did not give Fox mine because I didn't want to get that mad at this tier list.
You're gonna get furious. Who's Oshawott? I don't even know who Oshawott is.
Oshawott is so cute. I love Oshawott.
Dominatrish, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's great to see you. Let me just quickly save these two images so we can add them in. I thought I already had Blaze. Why isn't he in? My mistake. Maybe I thought he was the same as Incineroar for some reason.
No, put the kick chicken in.
No, he's going in. Don't worry.
Give us the kick chicken.
They're all going. Oh my god, Oshawott's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, I can already tell you that's going to be a good one.
The relationship dynamic between Piplup and Oshawott just... Oh, I love it so much.
Okay, so now I can just quickly add those two in as well. Who are we missing? Who are we missing? Osha and Blaze. There we go. All right, guys. Here we go. So we're going to first name the fields here. I think I might need your help with this part, Overworld. Because we can just keep it like tiers, but I'm thinking about in terms of like a...
Right. I need to cut this out immediately at the start of this tier list. You just need to have a tier called Trubbish. Just to save us fucking sanity
Do you
right
know
now.
what?
Just
Do you
make
know
a
what?
tier called Trubbish.
That's very fair. That's very fair. You know me too well. Guys, the top tier is named Trubbish for the best Pokemon. Okay,
Mm,
I want to make it clear only the best Pokemon can go in that tier.
I'm sorry, your favorite Pokemon is trash.
I'm actually going to call it. I'm actually going to call it Trubbish tier, right? Because it's possible other Pokemon can make it into Trubbish tier, but it's unlikely. You know, it depends how much like Trubbish they are.
You need to make that color like a shit green.
Okay, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm
I'm
on it.
sorry. It needs to be like
Best I can do.
use.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. And then we'll just keep the others as they are, I guess. So okay, should we just get started over here with like pretty random? Let's start with completely randomly Umbreon.
Yeah, we're starting with Umbreon.
I like evolutions. I really like Eevee, and I like all the evolutions. Who's your favourite evolution?
Oh, Glaceon, hands down.
Mm.
I love Glaceon to pieces. My first shiny was Sylveon though. So
So
I'm partial to both.
I've just realised. Oh, I almost got in trouble. I almost didn't put these foxes in. The Eevees are the best. One of the things I always like is trying to do like an all Eevee team. So for me, Eevee evolutions could almost never be low. But I have to be honest, I've never been a huge fan of Umbreon. If you, Umbreon feels like the
Correct.
edgy cousin of the evolutions.
Oh, it's like the sleekest evolution. It's so sleek. It's like if you were to have a minimalist apartment and you had to have like a Pokemon in it, Umbreon is perfect because you got that slight pop of color,
Okay,
just black Pokemon, and then if you have it
sure,
in
sure.
its shiny form, those rings are like blue. So it's just like design-wise, it's a beautiful
I
Pokemon.
also remember this is gonna get arbitrary, and we're probably gonna change our reasoning every
hmm
single one. Umbreon feels like he wants to be a bad boy, but he's actually a really good boy, right? He's got that
Yeah,
energy.
It's black cat energy, right? Like people will be like, "This Pokemon's really unlucky," and then it sits in your house just yelling at you all day. That's the kind of energy it brings, right?
I think I'm willing to put Umbreon in C, not D.
Right. Did you want a couple of like? I'm gonna Google and I'm gonna look up like some random Pokedex entries I can read to you if you'd like as well, because some of these are fucking wild.
1 second, guys. I just need to mute for 1 second.
Um.
Back in.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
all right, all right. I'm putting Umbreon in C. I'm putting Umbreon in C. For me,
Oh,
for me. I'm
I
sorry.
just
I'm sorry. That's
B
where he lives.
tier.
That's where he
Come on,
lives.
bruh.
No, no, because here's the
Well,
problem.
after
So
this
many of these are
start,
great. So many of these are great. You know. I don't know if Ace is here right now, so I kind of want to wait on Jolteon
wait,
because
wait, wait,
I feel
wait,
like it would be
wait.
quite funny to see what Ace thinks of my Jolteon think.
Oh, I feel like we really need Ace, the Jolteon pick, and
I
your
agree.
opinions on Jolteon. I have very strong opinions on Jolteon.
Oh, I'd be interested to hear those as well, but we will wait for Ace for those, and is that what I think it is?
Give it a second.
Alright, guys, we have one late entry.
Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on.
Alright, I'm going to start on the next one then, okay? Let's talk about...
Alright.
I don't even know what this is. Can you explain what this red-maned stand-in hyena man is?
Sorry. Okay. So this is actually one of my favorite Pokemon.
Is it?
Hands down. As of Gen 5, Zoroark was my favorite Pokemon.
Is that
As
name
of Gen
Zoroark?
5. Yes.
Okay.
And Zorua as well. If you look at Zorua's adorable.
I
but
actually...
it's kind of...
Go on, sorry. No, go on,
It's
go on.
kind of more of like a foxy type stylized Pokemon. And I always like team use them with my Houndoom as well because they have very similar movesets, and it was easier to disguise like my Zoroark as a Houndoom. Because again, movesets are similar, etc., etc. But it can transform into other Pokemon as well.
Guys, we also have a late entry, just so you're aware. Thanatos is now in.
I'm all about the human-shaped Pokemon. Don't call me out for being a furry shiny.
Some might say Thanatos is not a Pokemon. I say you can't prove that. Anyway, I actually do really like the design of this fella because like it's very hyena-esque. Like I like the feral fin, you know.
Yeah.
I think for me that's got to be at least a B. That's got to be at least a B tier.
It is the Illusion Fox Pokemon.
Oh wait, you just made it
Pokemon.
better. You just made it better because I am, if nothing, if not easy to bribe, with the knowledge that is to do with a fox.
It is a fox.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, one of my top 10 Pokemon. Absolutely. And I've read my fair amount of Zoroark fanfiction.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we will go no further than that.
Zoroark, is it like Vaporeon fanfiction?
Yeah, but you know, in terms of...
Alright, I am going to give Zoroark a B. I like Zoroark a lot. That's one I quite... Because bear in mind, I don't know a lot of these Pokemon. I can't remember who submitted that. I can actually find out. Give me a second. I actually have the list here of people's submissions. So, Zoroark was submitted by the Cobalt Kin. That checks out.
That checks out.
That checks out. And the first one we did, Umbreon, was Dino Range. That also checks out. All right.
Okay, yeah.
Let's talk about... Is this Mightyena?
Mightyena.
Is that the one? Right at the bottom? By Thanatos?
Yes.
Right. I like Mightyena a lot, but here's the problem. He's competing with the other big dogs who are just cooler. Like Arcanine, right? That's the trouble. He's just a big dog.
Surprise, surprise. For once, I actually agree with you. He's like the less cool Houndoom.
Right? It's like, I don't feel good about it. I don't feel...
Even the Pokedex...
Shiny.
Like,
Shiny. Shiny submitted this, by the way. This is Shiny.
Shiny. Shiny. I'm sorry, your choices are weak.
Like, here's the problem, right? This is probably one of the only ones in the list I think I'm just going to be, I don't like this one. So I think for me, this is D tier.
See, I appreciate Mightyena, but in the way where I will see, like, I don't know, a French bulldog and go, oh, it's another French bulldog. That's cool.
Like,
I,
it would be cool if there wasn't all these other big, scary dog Pokemon that are like just so much more interesting in design, you know?
there's a lot of very, very cool dog Pokemon, unfortunately, and I appreciate it.
I'm so sorry,
but-
Barney. I'm so sorry, Shiny.
Listen, I'm gonna be roasting your choices.
You guys need to remember. This is an incredibly arbitrary tier list, right? For instance, just wait till we get to Haunter. Just wait till we get to Haunter and my thoughts on Haunter.
I will bite you.
But I'm afraid I am going to be putting Mightyena in D for now. These things could move. As we go, you know? Okay. While we're talking about just better designed dog stuff, Arcanine. Arcanine's badass. Arcanine's badass.
I don't know if you've also seen him in Legends, but like, fuck me, that's a really cool Pokemon.
The fact
Cool
the fact in
Pokemon,
the Let's Go
solid.
games you could ride them as well.
Oh, just absolutely solid.
Overbold. Just to make it very clear, when I say ride them, it's not the same as the fanfiction. This is actually just, like mount. Okay.
I got really distracted thinking about a fursuit I've seen recently that was an Arcanine.
But genuinely,
Like
he's so cool. Like, I think was Arcanine the one in Gen 1 where you had him or you had Ponyta Rapidash?
I think so, but don't hold me to that.
Barney says I'd say B just because it's a basic ass Pokemon.
Basic.
See, here's
To be fair,
I
it's
am-
a Gen 1 Pokemon.
and I would also agree because of like the basic dog design, but it's the best of the basic dog designs. Like
Hang
I
on,
genuinely think, oh, it's the best
What
one.
the fuck did I just read?
What?
Arcanine is capable of running 6,200 miles in 24 hours with a speed and grace reminiscent of flight.
I see. That seems like Arcanine wrote that entry.
I feel like, I do feel like Arcanine's kind of tooting its own horn there. It's not my choice of Pokemon dog. It's
No.
not my choice of Pokemon dog.
Unfortunately, Barney, this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. This
but
is
it's
my
still
list.
pretty cool. Arcanine feels like it should have been a legendary. That's how I feel about Arcanine.
It's a tiger upper. Got it. Trish, I love you so much. That's such a good reference. That's such a good reference. Okay, I'm going to put it in A, but I'm fully aware that anything going to A or D might be moving around as we go, because then we're going to, as we get in the list, we're going to start comparing it to the stuff that's already in those tiers. So it might be that we say, actually, we can't really justify Arcanine there if something else is there, etc. So,
I feel like the only point it loses out on it is the fact that it's not legendary.
yeah, which is a real shame, but at the same time, the legendary state doesn't matter too much to me. I'm about to upset someone very much.
Okay.
Miss Fox, are you watching right now? She is. Miss Fox is watching right now. Espeon.
Can I be 100% honest with you?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
100% candid of you.
Of course.
It's my least favorite evolution, and the shiny is disgusting.
I think Umbreon's worse than Espeon. I like Espeon, but most of what I like about Espeon is the fact that Miss Fox did an amazing piece of art of Espeon as a kitten.
That art
For me,
sold
that
more
art-
on Espeon than Espeon has ever done.
Here's the thing, right? I would probably put it right down there with Umbreon, but I'm gonna raise it a level because of that art, because it was so goddamn good, right?
I don't feel right separating them though.
What, do you think they
I
want to
will
be
tell
friends?
you that right now. They kind of go together as a deal package, and I do like Umbreon a hell of a lot more than Espeon.
Yeah, but this is a dictatorship, remember?
I know it's a dictatorship, and I'm still mad at you.
Look at that.
Son of a...
Gets a B. It gets a B. It doesn't get an A, and it definitely doesn't get into Trubbish tier. I'm sorry. Miss Fox, make him pay for this. I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Take away his Dino Nuggies.
All right. Let's go to literally one of the coolest Pokemon in the whole game. Right? You guys know where I'm going with this. Sylveon.
Yeah.
I love Sylveon. I love
Sylveon's
Sylveon.
pretty solid.
Sylveon is absolutely adorable.
I will say this right now: Sylveon is a trans icon.
So is it?
It's the colors of the trans flag:
Huh.
blue, pink, and white.
I did not know that. It also gets points for representation. Trubbish.
Trans icon.
Here's the thing. I would actually put this up in Trubbish tier alongside my baby.
Top tier. Top.
I would
tier,
put this in
top
Trubbish tier alongside my baby. 100%.
Also, there are certain Pokemon that I am fonder of, just because I know people that their channels revolve around those Pokemon.
Yes, granted. That's where some of the bias comes
Like,
from as well, right?
I have never cared about Furret so much than when
No.
I started watching Suki stuff.
It's crazy, right? Okay. We're going to go from... Oh, is Hexit watching? Hexit's watching.
Digimon, Barney, don't you mean Yokai Watch?
Oh, Frona, most controversial. Digimon is much better than Pokemon. It's not even close. See you in a bit. No worries, Barney. Catch you soon. You know what? When I was growing up as a kid, I would have agreed with you. But, like, Digimon's kind of, like, died off for me. I still have some friends who play, like, card tournaments and things like that. But when I was a kid, I loved it.
I like modern Digimon because it's done what Pokemon hasn't done and really grown with its audience.
I actually have no idea. I didn't know there was a modern Digimon. You know, that's the thing.
It's so good. It's so good.
All right, we're going to talk about Electrode, and I'm going to have to hope that Hexit isn't going to get too mad.
Oh, this is Hexit.
I don't like it.
I didn't know that Hexit had no taste.
Right, let me tell you now. Hexit submitted 2 Pokemon to this, right?
Yeah.
Hexit submitted. Where is it? Gotta find it. Where's my list? Hexit submitted Haunter and Electrode. Kobold is ruthless, says Dominatrix. Right. Here's my problem with Electrode, right? Like I get like the concept of the Pokeball thing, but
Yeah.
it's just a Pokeball. It's a
Pokeball.
zappy Pokeball.
Also, nothing made me more angry than when I'm already fighting through a bunch of electric type Pokemon, trying to get my way to zap those, and I'm like, oh, there might be an item around them. No.
Also,
I should have known better.
Also, this is the first one where we're going to start to turn into the very arbitrary, silly reasoning. But something's really always bothered me about Electrode. How does this little thing get around? If you are not a trainer, if he doesn't have a trainer, it just kind of rolls around a room.
Yeah.
Electrode's defeated by stairs. Right? You can't get up a slope if you're Electrode.
I mean, I guess if you have a certain amount of static electricity, you might be able to traverse walls and stuff. So I assume that's the logic behind it. But also, like, what's the size of this thing, right?
Trish
What is
says
the-
magnetic fields potentially. Yeah, I suppose it could give itself a little flight. What is the
Well,
size of it?
Also, if you were to release it from a Pokeball, would it not just feel like a Russian nesting doll? There's no satisfaction there.
Hexit as chipping in. Electrode is a hovering, rolling nuke with a debonair smile. It's a bomb with attitude.
Exit. I did not see a certain equivalent, regional equivalent to coughing in here. So your entire argument is invalid.
Oh God, you're right. Of course, because the Alolan Coffin literally has a top hat, right? It's like a chimney.
It's that coughing is so much like got so much more suave attitude. I don't think it's a Alolan either. Not if I'm remembering it right.
I could be argued to C tier, but my default here is to go to D.
My default is D. I'm sorry, Hexit.
I'm sorry,
It is
Hexit.
what it is. I'm being honest here.
But, to turn it around, we're going to go Hexit's other submission. Haunter. Kangaroo Court, says Hexit.
I
We're
will
gonna go-
say this right now,
Yeah.
Hexit. Your other submission is permanently etched into my
Sublime.
human skin.
I want to make it clear before anything else, this cannot be lower than A.
This has to be.
And it has an
I will-
argument for Trubbish tier. It has an argument for Trubbish tier. Like Haunter is incredible. Haunter is such a good Pokemon. I mean, he's just look at him. He's just such a jerk.
I can literally give this Pokemon pets on my human's leg right now.
He's like such a little jerky guy, you know. That look on his face, that's the look of someone who hasn't actually haunted you in a like malicious way. That's the guy who like moves the salt and pepper so you can't find it when it comes to mealtime.
Shiny, just to make it clear, I have a full Gengar line tattoo, and it's kind of like it's shaped like a dango, and I feel like Ghastly is like, you got that mischievous little ball of like toxic energy, and then it turns into Haunter, who's an absolute dickhead, and then Gengar's actually a nice guy. He's been released for good behavior, you know. He's kind of chill.
It's a good way of looking about it, right? Like it's kind of crazy, right? Like Ghastly's just this angry little like kid lashing out and having tantrums. Haunter is the teenager who's like, I'm gonna play some pranks.
No, I swear, Haunter gives me like war criminal vibes.
No, I think he thinks he's doing war crimes, but it's always something really like minorly inconvenient. Regardless, I love it. Hexit said, it's a ghost that kills humans with a debonair smile. It's a ghost with attitude.
Hexit, is all your criteria for liking Pokemon whether it has a debonair smile?
Alright, listen, for me, it's got to be an A tier or above. I'd like your thought on this.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you go as far as rubbish tier? Would you go up to Sylveon?
I would go up to A because it's not quite Gengar.
Yeah, okay,
Not
that's
quite
fair, that's
Gengar.
fair. I am, however, going to put it above Arcanine. This is where we start moving things around. Above Arcanine. I love Arcanine, but it's no Haunter, you know?
Put in an S tier.
What's that?
Put in an S tier.
Could I just add a tier? Is that a thing?
Yeah. If you go to
Aha.
the little cog on the side, I believe there's a way to create new. Add a row below. Add a row below.
Right, okay, so I'll get rid of this one. Yeah, he gets into S, Haunter gets into S. Suki, welcome in. We're having trouble chit chat. Right, now, who did Suki send to me? Let me have a look, because Suki's here. Let's find out who Suki submitted. Miss Fox is going to be furious, isn't she? Suki Army actually submitted a few of these. Let me get them lined up. So, we'll put more at the end. There's Glaceon. Where's the lower Ninetales? Where's the lower Ninetales?
Genuinely was guessing Glaceon.
And there's one more, and I think it's this one. But I don't know for sure. Right. So, first of all, Tinkaton.
Okay.
Now, I don't really understand what Tinkaton is. Someone's going to need to give me something. I'm going to get a bigger picture up for myself.
Alright.
Can someone explain Tinkaton to me? Like, what is this thing?
It's essentially like, I don't want to say it has anime girl vibes. It very much has anime girl vibes.
There you go, guys. There's Tinkaton. You should all be able to see it.
It is a fairy steel type Pokemon. And honestly, it's just a little girl, a little guy with a big ass hammer.
Like, because I could believe that's just a kid in costume.
Not bullied by birds, so it made a big hammer to shoot rocks at them.
I like the revenge story. I've never seen this one.
Is good.
Like,
would you like some Pokedex entries?
Oh yeah, give me a Pokedex entry of Tinkaton. It's giving Amy from Sonic vibes, says Trish.
So, in Scarlet, it was, this intelligent Pokemon has a very daring disposition. It knocks rocks into the sky with its hammer, aiming for flying Corviknight.
Mm-hmm.
And in Violet is, the hammer tops 220 pounds, yet it gets swung around easily by Tinkaton as it steals whatever it pleases and carries its plunder back home. I respect the grind.
I think I would like this Pokemon more if it didn't have the hammer. Weirdly.
I really like the big hammer. It is girl boss energy.
But I do like it. I don't think I would put it lower than B.
Oh my god, the 3 Pokemon that Suki sent you are Gaslight, Gatekeep, and Girl Boss.
A hot take, Fox, says Trish. Don't get me wrong, the hammer's cool, but I don't know, it feels so out of place somehow. Which is a weird thing to say about Pokemon with all the weird shit in it. I
do like Tinkaton.
I think I would go B myself. Probably. Oh my god, I'm going to be in so much trouble. Probably over Espeon. Sorry, Miss Fox. That's where
Mm,
I would put her. That's where I would put her. Right there.
yeah, I mean it's a better pink Pokemon, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Miss Fox. I'm so
Just
sorry.
fundamentally.
All right, Glaceon. Glaceon.
Glaceon is my favorite evolution. 10 out of 10, no notes, absolutely beautiful
Where
Pokemon.
would you put it if it was just on you? If this was your list?
Just on me, see, I'm not huge on evolutions in the first place.
Mhm.
So Glaceon being the only evolution that I tend to go for anyway, I tend to put it in maybe like maybe S tier, maybe A
Fair,
tier.
fair. I think for me, I would put it in A tier. I agree with Trish here. By the way, Hexit says it's okay, Miss Fox. Fox is allowed to think he is right. Exactly. Thank you, Hexit. I would probably say A tier. Like, I'm not a huge fan. I would put it above. It's not I'm not a huge fan. It's just there's much other ones here. Like, I wouldn't put it as high as Haunter for a second. For me, Glaceon's going right ahead of Arcanine, right? Because Arcanine's we talked about Arcanine being the best big dog, basically, but that doesn't make him the best Pokemon any stretch of the imagination for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that he's the best of that particular design school. I think
He's not
Glaceon
the
is
best big dog.
No.
I will correct you there. He is not the best big dog, but
okay.
I understand where you're coming from.
Who's your best big dog?
Houndoom.
Ah,
Every time.
Okay.
Top 10.
Okay.
Devil dog. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Well, Houndoom's not in the list, so I don't get to criticize Houndoom, but Glaceon is going A tier above Arcanine.
Absolutely.
I couldn't put him further down than that.
Also,
It's funny how the evolutions are so spread out, by the way.
I will say Glaceon has a beautiful shiny.
Oh
Wonderful
yeah,
shiny.
I actually haven't seen it. Shall I
It's
find out
like-
for chat?
Yeah, go for it. Give it a little look. It's not too much different, but it's different enough to feel like,
Oh.
well, that's nice.
Oh, I don't know if that's the right. Give me a second. Let me. Okay, that's amazing, guys. If you haven't seen the Glaceon shiny, this is apparently what it looks like. That's kind of crystally.
Damn good shiny.
Can I be real?
Damn good shiny.
Can I be real? If I was judging the shiny specifically, I think I'd put it up further.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But you know, we can't do that. That'd be crazy. Okay. Next. Alolan Ninetales. We're gonna finish the Suki path.
Alolan Ninetales is a beautiful Pokemon.
Trubbish tip.
Of course you'd put it in Trubbish.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? I think the regional variants are one of the best things. Shinies are for lottery winners and terrible people.
WF guy, I will argue that it's also for people with no life.
True. I actually have many shinies. I think the regional variants were the best thing they've had to Pokemon in years, like a Mega Evolution, even though it didn't get maintained. And I'm glad they keep adding them. The Alolan Ninetales is my favourite of all of the regional variants so far. It's just beautiful.
You don't.
You should not count shinies unless you're okay with paying £2,000 for a designer puppy, knowing full well what happened to the rest of this. There's a Pokemon eugenics is terrifying.
I collect shinies. Hang on.
I have to put in Trubbish dear. I have to. She's so
Okay.
beautiful.
Just doubling back for a second here. Can I make a note about Zoroark for you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's shiny instead of the red. You've got purple.
Oh,
That's sick as hell.
that is pretty cute. I'm actually even going to put it above Sylveon, by the way. Like this is my favourite so far at this point.
Brother.
This is genuinely my favourite so far. Let's see who else has submitted because I want to make sure that we get people who are here.
Suki, you have an aesthetically pleasing sense of Pokemon.
Aramaeus, I think, is around. We've already done Arcanine, no. Silver Sylveon. Shiny
yeah.
Fighter was Mightyena. We've done that. Who was Absol? That was Dino Range. Dino's not around, but I think Dino will be.
I did mention that Zoroark earlier,
What do you guys think?
I think. I'm not sure. Now I'm
What-
questioning myself.
What do you think of Absol?
Absol. Right. I might tell you this later because it's a little bit too political for Twitch.
Okay, fair enough.
I really like Absol as a plot-telling device and as a story device for Pokemon. Genuinely, I think it's a beautiful Pokemon, and it's supposed to symbolize there being disaster.
I
Things
did not
like
know
that.
any of that. That's interesting.
So it's kind of like your black dog of death kind of situation. I really like Absol for that reason because as a device you can use for storytelling, it's really interesting. And if you're writing a Pokemon story as well, having a trainer meet in Absol is a very interesting position you put the trainer in.
Okay.
Because a trainer is presumably going to be followed up by some kind of disaster meeting this Absol, and then you're having to write that in the mechanics and why this is now the partner Pokemon for this trainer and stuff.
Shiny says D because its head is uneven. WF guy.
Oh my god.
WF guy says, "Have you ever seen a dog carrying a big stick from one end so its head is tilted to the side? Absol's head should be doing that the entire time." Hexit says, "Absol looks like a crowbar lodged in its head. It doesn't need a tier list. It needs medical assistance."
Hexit, one of your favorite Pokemon is a big ball.
All right, look, I gotta be honest. I'm not a fan. I think for me, it would be a C. I wouldn't put it nearly so far down as Electrode and Mightyena, but I think it's cool enough. But I couldn't put it even as high as Espeon. You know, Espeon's
Stinky.
I
stinky
like
potato.
Espeon. I like Espeon. And yeah, I think I'd put it before Umbreon though. It beats Umbreon. Absol's head looks like you can see our ears. All right. Let me see where we're going next. Back to my submission list. Mega Mayan is not here right now, but their submission Hoppip is. This is Hoppip, right? At the end.
Okay, was not expecting that. But pop off.
That surprises me. I thought it'd be a bird or an owl or something for Mega Man.
Honestly, I can kind of see it, but I still didn't expect it. Hoppip's a very in the background kind of Pokemon for me. I don't spend a lot of time looking at Hoppip.
I don't love him, but he's cute. Shiny says, looks like a pink buttnut. Sunki says, Espeon is my third favourite evolution after Glaceon and Umbreon. With Hoppip, I can't say I get it. Like, I feel like there's something pretty characterful about everything else on this list, even the ones I don't like. But Hoppip's just kind of like... It's your best friend's favourite Pokemon, Suki. This is Mega Mayan's favourite. I'm not personally a fan, but I also don't dislike it. Like you said, it's just kind of in the background, right? Whereas I actually don't like Mightyena or Electrode. So for me, it's got to be at least C tier based on that. But I don't know if I'd take it higher. It's just kind of a nothing. It's just kind of there. It's a turnip with a debonair smile. Oh, Hexit, never change. Hexit. Do you know what, Hexit? Do you want me to put it up to B for that debonair smile, just for you?
I want you to put it to B for that.
Just for that debonair smile. Hoppip goes to B. All right. I'm just going through the list again. Okay. I want to finish up Koboldkin, because Kobold actually did submit one other one.
I know which one it is. I am looking at them.
All right. You guess who it is.
It's probably Salandit. Is that? No, that's not Salandit. My brain.
I'm just getting the ones that we haven't already done together.
No, it's Salazzle, right? It's gonna be Salazzle.
It's Salazzle.
Of course, it's fucking Salazzle.
It's Salazzle.
Also S-tier. Salazzle, S-tier.
Is this Salazzle?
Right down.
All right.
Remember, I'm watching this as a little bit delay.
No, I understand. I've just put it towards the end.
Yes.
So tell me.
Yes,
right.
that is Salazzle.
So here's the thing. Salazzle falls into the same category as another one that Salmon actually submitted, where they're really trying to make Pokemon sexy.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you have a problem with that?
Well, I mean, I know you mentioned the Pokemon Smash or Pass list. I think I could do it for Dark Souls. I don't think I could do it for Pokemon. I'm afraid. Not personally. To each their own. But Salazzle, and I'm actually going to get a bigger picture up here for Salazzle. Hopefully I don't get banned from Twitch for the terms of services. By the way, I looked up Hisui Zoroark.
Yeah.
That thing looks incredible.
It's beautiful.
In fact, I think I would be willing to take Zoroark up to A just because that exists.
Oh, let's do it. Do it.
See, I'm very easily talked around. Who am I looking at right now? Salizzle. Googling images of Salizzle is terrifying me. By the way, that's give you that should give you an idea of like what we're dealing with.
Yeah, honestly, Salazzle comes under like the 34th rule of like tournament fighting and like tournament expertise.
I'm not
So I
going to
do
Google
recommend
Slazzle 34.
Um,
I mean, look, I was like saying like why are they kinda about that dragon lady in Elden Ring like 2 days ago? Like I can't talk, but I don't see it.
let me be straight with you.
Can
I'm
you do
not.
that?
This is a 100% female Pokemon, and it has a reverse harem of the male Salandit. That's how it lives.
Mega Mayan just said they're making me stretch out my bad take of Hoppip in B tier. I'm so sorry. And Untamable OK says, as Umbra and say, I'm sorry guys, but you have to understand that I'm always right no matter what I say. Yeah, so that's all I don't get personally. I think I couldn't put it in D. It's not that I don't like it, but for me it's kind of the same as the C tier. For me it's kind of the same as
You just putting the edgy Pokemon in C tier.
it's not that I don't. Oh, so it goes from male to female, says Shiner. It's not like just putting the edgy in C tier. Like I do like the design to a degree, but I don't know. There's something weird. I find it more weirdly sexualized than Lopunny, and that's saying something.
Sir, let me read this to you. This will definitely not change your mind. I just
Okay. Pokédex entry from Overbold. Let's go.
This is the Scarlet Pokédex entry.
Okay.
What the fuck is my cat doing?
Shiny says kinky.
Salazzle makes its opponents lightheaded with poisonous gas and then captivates them with alluring movements to turn them into loyal servants.
Oh. Oh. Well, I have not been captivated.
Hang on. When two Salazzle meet, they use their pheromone gas to fight over the males in each other's group.
I'm afraid I have not been lured.
I don't want to be pheromone gassed, Fox.
Not by a Salazzle, I don't. I mean, a whole bunch of other stuff, sure, not by a Salazzle.
If I'm fair, if I were to put that next to the sexy lizard from Power World,
I am gonna
too far off, but still, Salazzle is just like. Yeah.
Dominatrix says she makes me uncomfy. It's the Rohypnol Pokemon, says Suki. I put it in C tier, but I put it above Absol. I do like the design. It's just a bit like it's. While we're talking about Pokemon, they've made weirdly sexy and gone for that. Time for Lopunny.
Classic. Lopunny
is classic. I actually do like Lopunny a lot. I gotta be honest. Because like it's just cutesy enough. Here's the problem, right? I feel like the Salazzle image is trying to weirdly seduce me or something, right? Whereas this still looks like this could just be a regular kind of fun Pokemon.
Oh well, Fox Nannikins. Are you going to put me into the S tier?
No, absolutely not, Lopunny. Den
Oh,
hips, says Shiny. I couldn't go S tier. I
I'm
couldn't
really
go.
good at boxing. I
How
can
do-
show you later.
How do you do that voice? It's ugh. The change is crazy. The change is crazy. Like
As
it-
Shakira said, these hips don't lie.
it also helps that I played a lot of Infinite Fusion, and Infinite Fusion is so funny. It's so damn funny. I would honestly go at least B tier. At least B tier.
If you don't put me in S tier, you're a Gardevoir fucker.
How long were you sitting on that? I'm wondering if you should say it or not.
All about 2 seconds before it came out.
Oh man, I love that. I love that you don't hesitate. I actually think there's a chance of A. Like, I gotta be honest. Because I do really like the design. I like this feels like you could just fit into like that whole animally Pokemon.
Listen, with how much company she's given me on a lonely night, I think A is what she deserves.
We're gonna go A. We're gonna go A, but after Zoroark. She's the lowest like A. I can't quite justify putting her like as low as say Tinkaton, if that makes sense. So I'm going up to A. Right.
Honestly, still not my favourite.
I still don't know if Ace is here, so I'm gonna try and hold off on Jolteon. Let's talk about Incineroar.
Incineroar? Where's Incineroar?
Is he not there? He's there, right?
Oh, he's just really small on my screen.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I'm going to pull up an actual picture. Hold on.
It's like because his arms in the air, he's just very small in
There
that
you go.
role.
There's Incineroar. There's Incineroar.
You know what?
F tier Sasuke. Controversial. Controversial.
I was actually talking to someone about Pokemon that end up on two legs being like furry bait, and my friend went, "Oh yeah, there's not really any like strictly LGBTQ plus Pokemon, is there?" And I went, "Yeah, Incineroar."
I like his little championship belt made of fire. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I really like Incineroar, honestly.
If you gave a Pokemon steroids, edgy kin says Trish. Mega Man says C. Suki says I actually hate Incineroar. I would love to hear your reasoning, Suki.
Suki, you probably have a very similar feeling to Incineroar than I do about
Barney thinks
another
A or B.
Pokemon on this list.
Barney thinks A or B.
I love Incineroar. Looks like he'd give really good hugs as well. Like he's all like muscle and like protein shakes and stuff. But when he needs a hug, when you're upset, he'll come over. He'll fetch you a hot dog because he doesn't really know what he's doing. He's just going to give you a hot dog.
Suki says you're saying he's got himbo energy.
He has himbo energy.
Suki is saying Weed Cat is far superior. I don't know what that means.
I don't really like Weed Cat, Suki.
There's not a Pokemon called Weed Cat. Come on.
I don't think Weed Cat really feels like it was finished.
Very himbo. For me, he would be at least B tier. I wouldn't go lower than that because I do like the design. At least B tier.
I would like an Incineroar to hold me through the night.
I would probably say B. I'd say B. Barney agrees. Barney says A or B. Mega Man thinks C, but they're not a fan, right? He's a trash talker. I put him low B. I'd put him. Oh, I can't put him under Hoppip. He's way more interesting than a Hoppip.
I'd put him as a high B.
I'm so sorry, Mega Man. I'm so sorry, Mega Man. I'll put him right below Espeon. Right below Espeon.
Oh, what the hell?
What?
What the hell, man?
I'm so sorry, Mega Man. I'm so sorry. Remember, these are all my opinions, and I am not a smart person. I mean, bear in mind, Mega Man, we have literally called the top tier Trubbish tier because Trubbish is the best Pokemon in the game.
Your favourite is trash.
You've come to the conclusion that Fox is just Ron, says Exit. Victorious, thank you for the 10 bits. Right, we're going to move on to
What we got?
Blaziken. Who submitted Blaziken?
I hate Blaziken.
You hate Blaziken?
Everything in my being is my least favourite Pokemon.
I'm trying
I
to
hate Blaziken so
Who
much.
actually
I
submitted
cannot understand
Blaziken?
this.
This was in the stream, wasn't it? This was recent. Who submitted it? Victorious, thank you so much for the happy birthday and the 10 bits for it. I really appreciate you. You're incredibly kind. Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Who actually submitted Blaziken? Because this was actually in stream, wasn't it? Who actually submitted? Victorious! Victorious! That's so incredibly kind. You didn't need to do that. Thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. That's insane. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are always supportive enough just being here. Do not feel like this is... I really appreciate it. I never know what to say. That's so incredibly kind. Mega Man! Mega Man, after I abused your Hoppip as well. Thank you so much for the 2 gift subs. Thank you, genuinely. And Barney for the 100 bits. You guys have been too nice. You guys have been way too nice. Genuinely. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No, you know what? I'm here now. I can do this. Just keep it going, guys. Let's get that hype train going.
Don't do it. Don't.
Go on, guys.
Genuinely.
Get that hype in.
Thank you so much. I always say this, and I feel like I go on too much, and I say it. Just you guys being here and handing out is always more than enough support. Anytime you guys do something like this, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Listen, Hexit, I've been trying to get a Smash
Listen,
or Pass.
I will do a Smash or Pass, just not with Pokemon. We can do like an Elden Ring one once I'm done with Shadow of the Erdtree. I'm okay with it. I will like get Elden Ring pictures and we will do that all together on stream. We will do a Smash or Pass stream. Doesn't even, you guys don't need to like hype train for that. That will be super fun. Articula's been asking for that for ages. But genuinely, thank you all so much. I really cannot describe how much it means that this support's all here. So thank you. You guys are all wonderful. Trish, thank you so much for the 10 bits. I really appreciate you as well. Whether you guys have been here for a long time or a short time, you've all been wonderful. Oh, that's easy, Sukiyami Smash. Who submitted Blaziken? Because that would have been the start of this stream.
I don't know. That was so long ago. Chat's been popping off at your decisions.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the bits. Mega Man, Victorious, Overlord Kobold. I'm not going to let you guys distract me, though, from putting Blaziken right up into A tier
No.
after Low Bunny.
No. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like Blaziken. I like Blaziken.
I hate him so much.
Mega Man, thank you so much for the 300 bits. I'm sorry. It's very kind. I feel like I'm getting a bit broken here. I'm sorry.
Oh. I gave you this 10 biddies and you stabbed me in the back. What is this?
Fox is intrinsically just wrong. I tend to agree with Kobold here, says Barney. I like the design a lot. I like the big old fire chicken.
It's so bad.
He looks. I like him because he looks almost like Machamp Machoke, and I really like that whole, big scary guy look. I really regret saying that immediately.
You said that, and then you've got Incineroar in the row below.
Yeah, but he's not as interesting. I don't know.
Man has pecked so hard they could be titties, and
The
you're
un-
putting Kick Chicken above him.
The Untameable OK has just 200 bits. Thank you so much. Payment for Cyndaquil being top tier. I'm afraid to say I don't take bribes, but if we are moving on to Cyndaquil has got to be at least S tier.
Oh, Cyndaquil's amazing.
Cyndaquil's amazing.
No.
Like the bribe aside, right? Cyndaquil's incredible.
Cyndaquil reminds me of those like spiky hedgehogs that you used to get at like really old 90s parties where you put like the cheese and the olives on the sticks and put them in the tin foil.
Cyndaquil, okay, only doesn't get into Trubbish tier because Trubbish tier is full of like the best of the best. I'm actually gonna put Cyndaquil, I'm so sorry, above Haunter.
Oh,
I
man.
love Cyndaquil. I'm sorry, Hexit. Cyndaquil is a beautiful Pokemon. Are we allowed to enter Missing No? I don't think so. I don't think I can do that.
Oh no, we've already done Missing No. Missing No is tier.
WF guy says Cyndaquil was the best Gen 2 starter, no question. Suki says no, Chikorita is. We have a war.
Oh,
Do you know what?
controversial.
There's an easy way to find out what it is, though, guys. Let's start a poll. What's the other Gen 2 starter? What are they?
It's I remember the later evolutions. I can't remember the name of the first one.
All right, what's the third starter? I can't check chat while I'm making a poll. We'll let it run while we're doing the tiers.
Totodile?
Totodile?
Hang on.
Go on, go find out for me. Appreciate you. Good mod.
Yeah, it's Totodile.
Totodile,
I was
right.
like, my brain was like for alligator, and I was like, no, that's not the first one.
If Miss Fox hasn't been watching, by the way, I'm gonna play this for her later. This specific segment. All right, there you go, guys. There's a poll.
By the way, it is Totodile.
Guys, we're doing
You
a poll
guys
for
are
it. This
incorrect.
is how we decide. And I'm actually going to go ahead and throw my own vote in as well, which is also Totodile.
I really like Totodile because it looks like he'd latch onto your arm and then you just try and shake him off.
'Cause
But he's kind of dangled there.
It depends how you rate them, right? Because
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of look like Totodile.
you cannot vote on a thing you did not play. You absolutely can. I'm ranking Pokemon I don't know. Guys, thank you so much for the level 4 hype train, which is the second hype train today. 4 is the highest I've ever gone. Thank you for the 12 gift subs and 660 bits. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Okay.
Everyone's got their favourites, right? That's just how something like Pokemon goes. We are getting to the point where unfortunately Ace Trainer Griff is going to miss this judgment. I could always just quickly message Ace.
If we do the other two, if we do the other two, and then
Yeah,
we'll come
I'm
back
just
to-
letting Ace know. Just letting Ace know because we're going to be stopping this in like 5-10 minutes for a quick half-hour break for food. We are going to move on to just other water starter. I get it, Trish. Believe me. And while we're talking about that, let's get to Oshawott.
Oh, I love Oshawott.
Oshawott's adorable. Oshawott is so cute. I don't even know what Oshawott evolves into, but it's the cutest thing.
Samurott.
I
Which
don't know
sounds
what that
cool
is.
as hell. It's like almost like a samurai themed big water it's cool ass thing. I don't know how best to describe it. There's a bunch of shells everywhere and I'm like, this is sick as hell.
You know, for me, I find I often don't like the stuff that they evolve into. Like, I haven't seen it myself, Mega Man. It's a terrible final evolution. Personally, like, I'm not rating the line, you know. I'm just looking at the Pokemon, and for me, Oshawott is the cutest goddamn thing. That right there is a plushie that Miss Fox doesn't have yet and should. Right.
There's scenes in the anime of Oshawott being teased by a Piplup.
I think for me, again, like this looks like it'd be just a cute little feather to have in the house. Like I think
He's just a little guy.
I look at that cat, that cat. See what I mean? I look at that Oshawott and I'm seeing Pixie. I'm seeing Pixie just like plodding around the house. Like
He has like a little shell.
It's
You
S
break
tier.
open your rocks.
It's S tier. It's S tier
It's
for me.
absolutely S tier.
Question is, and I'm gonna let you position it where in S tier, because I'm a bit indifferent here.
Oh, Oshawott right at the top of S tier.
Right, it's up, right above Cinderella. Okay, done. We have 3 more to go. Ace is not here, so I will start on my own one. I think this may surprise you.
Okay.
I don't think you're quite gonna expect where I'm gonna put Trubbish. Okay,
Oh,
I want
really?
your guess. I want your guess.
Deleted from the tier list, but like it belongs.
I'm afraid no. It is gonna be high up. No, Trish. How dare you?
D.
He's such a happy little fella. Trubbish S tier, says Suki.
Garbage tier.
All right. People often ask me why they're my favourite Pokemon. They do because I think they think I've got brain damage. Hi.
Fox.
Yeah.
Why is Trubbish your favourite Pokemon?
Oh well, here he is. Look, say hi, Trubbish. Right. I like that Pokemon hit the point where they got so self-aware with their designs that they just made a goddamn bag of rubbish. Right.
I mean, it is from the US themed generation.
Like,
sorry.
It's a little bit meta. But for me, Trubbish is just so wonderful because it's the same as like the ice cream, where it's just like such a silly design. You get to that point where it's gone. There are some things like the keys. Is it Clink Clank, the keys?
Hey, you leave my key fairy
No.
alone.
I'm saying I like them. I didn't, but Suki explained what they actually are and the way they work, and actually it kind of makes sense, right? Isn't it tragic that even Pokemon are so threatened by humanity's urban expansion that abominations like Trubbish are evolving?
I like to think it's an evolved, or like a regional variant of Muk.
All right, for me, genuinely, it actually could be. That would be pretty cool because it's the same concept, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually not putting him in Trubbish tier.
Okay, where's he going?
It's going in S because I stand by my love for this boy. Okay, but
Yeah.
Trubbish tier is a state of mind. Okay, and
Right.
Ninetales and Sylveon are still the best ones on this list. The best ones.
You know what?
I don't think I can put it above Haunter as much as I love it.
I'm relaying everything on this list. I sure know where you placed Jolteon.
Right, excellent. Then what I want you to do is tell Ace that Jolteon's on D and then just immediately disconnect so you don't hear anything else. Okay? Because I want to see Ace come in and get mad. So, yeah, genuinely, I friggin' love Trubbish. But looking at this list, it is a little hard to justify putting Trubbish over those other 5. That's the problem. I can't do it. I can't put it above Oshawott, Cyndaquil, and I hate that because I literally named the top 1 Trubbish tier. My baby. Alright, Jolteon.
Right. Jolteon's another one where I really don't like the shiny.
Okay.
There.
By the way, real quick, the poll's over. Totodile was the best Gen 2 starter.
Damn right.
It's settled forever.
As we knew. Moving on. So my thing with Jolteon is, unfortunately, I personally think Jolteon is the weakest design of the 3 original
WF guy.
evolutions.
WF Guide and Suki Yami. Lots of incorrect people in this chat. It's okay to be horrifically wrong. I love Jolteon, but with Umbreon in C, what's even real? My happy nuke with a smile has been beaten by just a dog, a bag of rubbish, and a turnip.
Honestly, Hexit, that sounds like Animal Crossing.
It's so...
Yeah, that's the plot of Animal Crossing.
Genuinely, I actually do like Jolteon. I think, for me, part of it is there's a bias here, because back when I started playing Pokemon, the Gen 1 days, there were 3 evolutions. Now, Sylveon's my favourite, so it's not like I'm just, it's not like I'm just, I only like Gen 1. But back when, it was definitely my favourite evolution, so that's carried over a bit for me. There's definitely a bias there. I
Shiny,
think
yeah, we had a discussion about this. Is a worse Houndoom.
I would have to put it in A tier.
You know what? I'm kind of inclined to agree with you because again, it's also another one of those Pokemon that I feel closer to simply because I know people that have streamed with that Pokemon as their kind of like headliner, you know.
For
And
me,
I've also done the art for a fantastic, not to promo this, for a fantastic channel, Ace Trainer Griff, where it's just a Jolteon barking up and down, and it is the best thing I have drawn in my life.
for me, this goes right over Blaziken after Lopunny. Right here. That's where Jolteon lives. What do you say?
Okay. Yeah.
Thanatos is Trubbish, says Suki. It's the literal fox that had an accident in a Brill Cream factory. Alright, guys. I don't feel good placing Thanatos myself, but here's Thanatos. Thanatos claims to be a Pokemon for the sake of this tier list. For those who do not know, Thanatos is Itty's cat they live with. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Thanatos beats them all.
Yeah. Firstly, just because the chat might not know anything about this elusive and rare Pokemon, Thanatos' favorite color is yellow, and he's currently cuddled up to my yellow bed sheets. He really likes playing with random garbage, which does kind of put him in Trubbish tier because
True.
he'll go over to the Trubbish, he'll pick out the little bits of wire and stuff and like throw it around. And he does also know how to give you fist bumps for treats.
Well, I think it's very unanimous. It's definitely going Trubbish tier. WF guy?
However,
Oh, WF guy, what are we missing, by the way? Sorry, go on, Kobold.
I'm gonna say this one thing. I
Go.
feel like it should be S tier because since 6:30 this morning, he was poking me to try and wake me up. I had 3 hours sleep yesterday. I wanted a lie-in today. At 6:30 a.m., he was just slapping me repeatedly.
I'm sorry, you're 100% right, WF guy. I did forget one as well. We'll be ending on one more Pokemon. I'm going to leave this up to you, okay? Do you want to lower Thanatos to S tier because he's been a bad boy?
No, that's my baby, and he's taking it.
We have one more Pokemon to add that I did forget, and WF
I
guy
was
did
going to
submit this.
suggest one more, but
Okay.
we don't have the time for it.
You can do it. You can do it. What is it?
It's Bidoof.
Bidoof. I'm going to upset a lot of people. Alright, last two, and then I will have to stop because we need to do a quick lunch break before I come back for whatever it was at 3:30. I think it was Left 4 Dead. Okay, so two more. Bidoof and Bulbasaur.
The 2B.
Oh, I'm not going to do Snorlax. The problem is, Shiny, I'm going to run out of time because we're already going to be overrunning a little bit. But we're going to just go with what we got here. Bidoof and Bulbasaur. Sorry, your taste in Pokemon isn't as good as mine. Bulbasaur C tier. No, Bulbasaur. Yeah. Bulbasaur I want to put up with Oshawott and Cyndaquil.
I actually agree with Suki. I'm not too fussed about it. Honestly, my favorite Gen 1 starter is Squirtle, but Bulbasaur is just kind of there for me. I'm not huge on the Gen 1 starters anyway.
See, I have to check my bias here. Make sure you're aware of this. Not rating all 1,000. Radiant Regalia, maybe one day we'll do a long stream and we'll try and redo this. We will redo this one day with a lot more, but this was all just stuff submitted this week.
It's a green button up.
So here's the thing, Shiny. I remember many happy hours of going through Red and Blue. With this, like, back when I was a kid. So I know there's bias here. But also, okay, this guy's actually useful. Look at how useful this little fella would be around the house. With those cool, like, vines, you could just get him to, like, grab things for you off shelves. He could, like, fetch things. He's great.
Oh, yeah, super cottage core, cozy vibe kind of house. I can see definitely Bulbasaur being in one of those.
I'm going to put him under Haunter, though. Under Haunter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He beats Trubbish, which is still upsetting to me that there's so many beating Trubbish, but I can't justify it.
Haunt is more useful because he can curse your enemies.
I don't care about Bidoof. I don't,
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey!
It's just a little... It's just...
Look at that guy!
He has the Rattata problem. He has the Rattata problem where he just doesn't stop shoving up.
The thing is, right? So he is online for being that kind of mammal for the games. However, Bidoof can learn pretty much the vast majority of the HMs you need for the game, which makes him far more useful.
Bidoof is just a name. Legendary
Bidoof
Pokemon.
is my son.
Ace says Bidoof is allowed above Jolteon. I'm glad Ace says that, but it's not going to happen.
Bidoof is my son. That
Trish
is my
says.
man.
Trish says, "Fuck Rattata." Exactly. That's how I
Yeah,
feel
I
about
don't
Bidoof.
care about Rattata. Rattata can go absolutely fuck itself.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that is a Bidoof.
I'm so incredibly sorry, everybody, but like
Weaver.
this is happening.
Weaver.
I am going to move Electrode, by the way. Remember, I said some of these things might have to get moved. Electrode's
Why?
going up to C
Why?
because I can't justify Mightyena being above Electrode, and I certainly can't justify Bidoof.
No. 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 No.
And with that, the tier list is complete.
That is my son.
WF Guy says, Bidoof is good because Bidoof makes a useful HM slave. Ha, overboard.
He is a useful guy, and I can give him good snugs.
Sure, Suki, but I'm changing the rules every time. It's just how I do. Because it's a nuke with a debonair smile, it goes up, says Trish. Alright, guys, that's where we are going to quit for the moment. I do need to go take a break. Obviously, the whole plan today is, with the birthday stream, is we are going from fin to fin on the schedule, and we're getting as many buddies in as we can. At 3:30 or around that time, I'm going to be back on with Shifty Twisters and hopefully Standing Oval for some Left 4 Dead 2. So I'm going to go and start setting up for that. I'm going to go make some noodles or something quick so I can just have a quick, get some food down me. So I am going to be taking a longer than usual break here. Probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes till I'm back. Obviously, feel free to step away, whatever you want to do, but I will be back in half an hour. So hopefully I'll catch some of you then. As I've been saying, today really what I've wanted to do is highlight all the cool people I've been hanging around with this year. All the cool people I've been streaming with. And one of those people is a very dear friend of mine, Overbold Kobold.
What, where?
This you. Now, Overbold Kobold doesn't only stream on Twitch. They also they do artwork with they commission art. They have an Etsy store. They are very creative, very just intelligent, brilliant individual. They are entirely worth your time. Please go check out their channel. They are great. Radiant Brigade, thank you for the hydrate. That'll go great in my lunch in a moment. And the posture check, that won't last long because I'm standing up. And WF Guy leaves us with some wise old words. I'm glad at least we're all outraged and convinced everyone else is wrong. That's how tier lists work. Good work, guys. I'll catch you guys very, very soon. I'll run some ads, and I'll hopefully see you guys in half an hour. Bye!
Baby.